yesterday, you're going to start. Ah, like I got a couple things laying up for kill why.
Fresh things, you know. You gotta be very careful with that, man. Remember, the gun, your signal gone.
Like he got to away, yeah. Come back. Gone.
Gone.
Oh no, he did. But I just gotta press some. I can't see on this man.
Let's go over the on your phone, check one phone. Check, check. You mean no? Check 1, 2. Where you depend? Soft. Check 1, 2. Check, 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 check. How soft it be though? You see? Check, check 1, 2. Check, check, check. Let me hear it. Microphone. Check 1, 2. Check. Oh, check, check 1. Check. It's good. Check, check, check. This guy in a shot. This is not the thing. Mic, headphones. Check 1, 2. Check, 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 check. Yeah, 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 yeah. Where you sound, sir? Echo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Check 1, 2. Oh, it's just a delay. There we go, Vaya. I have to make for me.
For you?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I don't know. Zanik is standing and he's playing using this as the backdrop. Yes.
So bring everybody this way? I'm not talking.
No. I just want the person who's standing outside who's talking. This is just for the camera. You have the whole both mics for each presentation. Thank you.
Take what you need. You can't have all this in your hand. Huh? Thank you, darling. Pardon? Come forward.
Good morning, everyone, boys and girls. I am Terence Warner, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you here this morning as we kick off the 2025 Child Month 40 Grand Parade. We will begin now with a word of prayer by Mrs. Florence Moving. Please welcome Mrs. Moving. Smithen.
Let us pray, everyone, boys and girls, adults, eyes closed. Father, we thank you for this morning. We thank you for waking us up. We thank you for the opportunity to be here to march in this parade to signify our 40th anniversary. We pray, oh Father, for your guidance throughout the day. Bless all of the children and their parents, and may this parade be a success. Guide us, protect us. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Mrs. Smithen. Permit me now to acknowledge the presence of our dignitaries and specially invited guests. The Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, the Honorable Latoya Jones, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly and Special Advisor to the Premier, the Honorable Spencer Brand, Minister of Communications, et al., the Honorable Hugh Troy Liburd, Minister of Education, Information Technology, Library Services, Youth and Sports, the Honorable Janelle Nisbet, Minister of Health, et al., Ms. Zanella Claxton, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, Ms. Londa Brown, Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, Mr. Joanne Williams, Deputy Principal Education Officer in the Department of Education, our Parade Grand Marshal, Mrs. Vernita Collins, other government officials, supervisors, teachers, parents, students, children, boys and girls, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome again everyone to the 2025 Child Month 40 Grand Parade. Now this exercise will be brief and blissful. We just want to kick off our parade with a lot of excitement and energy under the theme From Tiny Steps to Giant Strides, celebrating 40 with pride. Child Month is a celebration of the achievements and progress made in early childhood education in Nevis. During Child Month, we not only celebrate our children, but we pause to recognize and acknowledge the contributions of our most dedicated and hard-working early childhood educators and caregivers. Please, let's give our early childhood staff caregivers a rousing round of applause. At this time, we must pause to recognize also the contributions of our departed early childhood staff and caregivers. Most recently, we lost our colleague, Miss Lisa Lee, who would have served as a teacher at the St. James's Primary School, then supervisor at the Charlestown Preschool, before her stint as early childhood coordinator at the Department of Education. Miss Lee relished Child Month celebrations, and we were so honored to have her as part of our team. Please let us observe a brief moment of silence for those who have left us. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as we kick off our Child Month 40 parade, please let us welcome our Grand Marshal for the first time ever in the history of Child Month parades in Nevis, Teacher Vernita Collins. Teacher Collins is the supervisor of the Vernon Lou Preschool. She has given 41 years of invaluable service to early childhood education in both St. Kitts and Nevis, and that deserves another round of applause.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our Grand Parade Marshal as she gives us some 40th anniversary greetings.
Good morning, all. Greetings, greetings, greetings. I must say thank you to all who decided to put this together. I'm overwhelmed. I'm very, very happy and excited. Children are me and I am children. Thanks to all who have put their trust in me over the years. I will continue to do the best of service under the help of God. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Teacher Collins. And Teacher Collins absolutely loves the Child Month parade. That is her favorite part of Child Month celebration. Now, as we continue our kickoff, let us welcome the Honorable Mark Brantley, Premier of Nevis, to bring us some congratulatory remarks. Please welcome the Honorable Premier.
Good morning, everyone. I just want to welcome everyone, congratulate our Marshal. Doesn't she look beautiful? And to thank all who have put this together. We look forward to a good march as we celebrate 40 years.
Thank you, Mr. Premier. Brief and blissful. All right, continuing it with our kickoff, we now invite the Honorable Troy Liburd to bring us brief remarks and to declare the parade's official start.
Wonderful. Good morning to all. I'm very happy to be here. Of course, let me recognize our beautiful Grand Marshal. It's something different for this year, and I want to commend the Department of Education for putting all of this together. I want to commend all of you in the various early childhood centers. As you know, education begins at birth. Our children, they start learning from the time they are born. And so we want to show them that good example, and we want to show them that we care. This Child Month March, of course, is a way that we show our children how much they mean to us. So as we walk through Charlestown this morning, and everybody in Charlestown comes out to see us marching and to see our children, let us remember that they are the reason why we are here. We want to guide them and keep them on the right path. With those few words, and before the sun really comes out, let's get marching. I want to declare our 40th Child March officially open. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister Liburd. Now, paraders, we are ready to hit the streets. Are we ready to hit the streets? Yay! All right. Now, please help me again recite the theme for Child Month 40. Does everyone know it? Okay, let's go. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 with pride. Do have a safe and enjoyable parade as we hit the streets of Charlestown. We will proceed right up to the ET Willett Park, where we will end with a fun fair for all of our children or parents. It's a family activity, so everyone stick and stay, and let's have a great day. Thank you.
of the 40th anniversary of the Child Month Parade. I'm presently here with Jacori Isaac. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm going great, to be honest. Like, we come out here every year to come and celebrate our children, celebrate the education system and stuff like that. So it's good to see all the preschools and all the primary schools come together each year and have this parade.
All right, don't forget the nurseries also. We're showcasing our children. It's the 40th anniversary, and this event has a grand marshal, Mrs. Vanitha Collins. Once again, thank you to the Ministry of Education, all the sponsors, and all the nurseries, all the primary schools, and everyone who are lining the streets at this present moment awaiting this parade. At this present time, we have the marching band making their way up the streets of Charlestown. They're just in front of Flow, and we are presently in front of the Wesleyan Holiness Church as we continue to bring you live coverage of this event. Isaac, tell us a little more about the parade.
So first of all, this is the first Grand Marshal Parade ever, right, by Miss Verna Collins. Miss Verna Collins, as some people would know, is a supervisor. Is a supervisor at the Verna Preschool, right? She has 41 years in service for early childhood, has worked in both St. Kitts and Nevis in early childhood, and has also have a great love for children and the parade.
All right. Definitely, she has a great love for children, and is actually my neighbor. She's a beautiful, beautiful lady. Actually, she's actually my neighbor. Child Month Grand Parade lineup 2025, national. Okay, so let's take in the marching band. Vanitha Collins driving by in a convertible, Mustang convertible car, also making their way up the streets of Charlestown. We're seeing the government representative, Junior Minister of Education, Youthon Troy Liburd, also Honorable Minister representing Charlestown, Mr. Spencer Brand. Also I'm seeing the Permanent Secretary for Education, Zanella Claxton, Junior Minister Miss Nisbet passing on the other side of the road. And let's see the Grand Month Parade lineup for 2025. We have the National Intervention Team, Police, Youth, Drum Corps, marching band out of the St. Kitts that just passed by. We have the banner holders, parents of the Gingerland Preschool. Banner holders will rotate each year. Parade Marshal, Mrs. Vanitha Collins, NIA Cabinet members, Nevis Education and other government officials, St. Kitts, Ministry of Education, Early Childhood Education officers, other counterparts invited to attend the parade each year, and Nevis also joins in the parade in St. Kitts. All right, looking at what is happening right now, we have members of the nurseries making their way up the streets of Charlestown. Based on what is the information that we have here, we have the nurseries and daycare centers, Tiny Steps, The Wonder of Infancy, Stepping Stone Nursery, Naomi's Daycare, Little Stars Nursery, Baby Bear Nursery, Joyful Hearts, and J&D's Nursery. We have Marilyn's Precious Angels, R&I Nursery, Trichelia's. They will be on 2 trucks with music. And now we have the preschools, the Inez Franz Preschool, Joys of Childhood, Maud Cross Preparatory, Maud Smith Pre, Montessori Academy, Combermere Preschool, that's a public preschool, and Naomi's Preschool. We'll then have the Charlestown Preschool, V&J's Preschool, Vernon Lou, St. John's Preschool, and the Gingerland Preschool. Then we'll have the primary school section, the Cicely Brown School, Joycelyn Libert Primary School, Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School, Ivor Walters Primary School, and the Mount Cross Preparatory School. Will then be followed by the Charlestown Primary School, St. Thomas's Primary, VOJN, St. James Primary School, and the Montessori Academy. So looking at the streets of Charlestown, it's going to be a wonderful day. Looking at the happy and proud parents, this is definitely a proud moment for them. What do you think, Mr. Isaac?
First of all, I just like to see everybody come out in their colors. You know, red is a real bold color to choose this year, right? But yeah, I'm happy to see all the teachers and everybody else come out marching, you know, with the children.
Yes.
It's a good sight to see every year. We have people coming in the truck right now. The Little Stars Nursery.
All right, so once again, we have a float driving by with one of the nurseries here in Nevis. Well, how you doing? How you doing? One of the nurseries are here driving by on a float. So we're grateful for that. And also, let me continue with the lineup of the parade. We also have the adults, Giant Strides, the power of adulthood, the professionals will be bringing up the rear with the parade. Right in front of us, we have the Baby Bear Nursery. Have the Baby Bear Nursery making their way up to Charlestown, right? We also have Silent Sounds making their way up Charlestown, providing some music. And some persons may be wondering why we have so many separate sound systems. One of the main reasons is because of the children and their sensitive ears. You can't have very, very loud music with the young children. So that's why you have so many small sound systems that will be participating in this parade today, right? So let's persons who are in Charlestown to come on out and be a part of this lovely parade. It's the 40th anniversary of the Child Month Parade. We're going to make another stop a little further up the road by one of the squares to bring you more and continued coverage of the 40th anniversary of the Child Month Parade. So once again, we are live at the Child Month 40th anniversary parade being held in Charlestown. We're still encouraging persons to come on out and be a part of this wonderful event. We're presently here with the head education officer, Ms. Londa Brown. Good morning. You should be happy today.
Good morning, I am. I'm very happy. The streets of Charlestown are paved red, celebrating our children. I'm happy for the support that our parents and well-wishers are showing for our young children.
I have to admit, for the 40th anniversary, the education department and all the parents and students and all the facilities are really doing a wonderful job. You should be proud.
I am. The team put their ideas to work, and we just come together to make it come to fruition, and that's what we're seeing today.
All right, and it's definitely a lovely, lovely job. It's going to get loud in a minute, so I think we need to view more of the parade at this present time. Thank you. The 40th anniversary parade.
I'm doing good. You know, perfect weather for the parade. No, not too hot, not too cold. You know, we have our little children. We don't want them walking in the hot sun. You know, but yeah, we've seen all these cosplays and all these performances and stuff like that going on. How do you feel about the firefighter?
All right, so once again, we are on the streets of Charlestown, bringing you live coverage. We are now looking at R&I Daycare, Brazier's Estate, and we have one of the education officers working feverishly to get a few persons to come and talk to us about their experiences. Am I looking at twins? All right, I can come now. So I'm just going to ask you a very simple question. What are your thoughts on the parade this morning?
It is a wonderful event to have to celebrate the life of children and for us to celebrate Child's Month.
Wonderful, wonderful. If you don't mind me asking, are these children twins?
Yes.
All right. What are their names?
Arissa and Joshua.
Arissa and Joshua. Beautiful children, beautiful children. Enjoy the parade. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful day. All right, Zion train is passing by with Trichelia's nursery is on a truck. So some persons are walking, while some persons decided the best way to do this is to work on floats. So a big thank you going out to the partners and sponsors. Best Buy Supermarket, TC Designs, Ministry of Health, Auto Plus Car Sales and Rentals, Department of Public Works, sister departments of the Ministry of Education, Library Services, Information Technology, Youth and Sports, NTV, and the Department of Agriculture. If you helped in any way, we're just saying a big thank you for the Ministry of Education. Here is another float that is taking the parents, teachers, and also the persons at the nursery. So I'm just doing some guessing. I'm trying to figure out which nursery is this, but persons who are definitely in nurseries, they decided not to walk, but to take the kids in a moving vehicle. So let's see, brighter beginnings, the joys of childhood, where dreams take root and curiosity begins. This is Preschool Child Month 2025. So based on my listing, the first preschool is the Inez France Preschool. Inez France Preschool. Then that will be followed by the Maud Cross Preparatory, Maud Smith Preschool, Montessori Academy, Combermere Preschool, Naomi's Pre, Charlestown Pre, V&J's Preschool, Vern and Lou, St. John's Preschool, Gingerland, and the Gingerland Preschool. So that's the lineup for the preschools, and we are looking at the Inez France Preschool walk by at this present time with the proud parents and the proud students of that facility, being followed by the Maud Cross Preparatory School Eagles. Also a very proud moment for that school, that preschool. The students are walking by very proudly. Hello, good morning, and hello, little one. Yes, good morning to you. It's always a pleasure to have a young child tell you good morning. What do you think about that?
It's always sweet to see it.
It's always a pleasure when the little children are just waving and saying hello, and everyone is looking so happy. And I'm looking at Montessori Academy making their way in front of the Bank of Nevis area. Montessori Preschool. And following Montessori, we have a brighter future, the Combermere Preschool. The Combermere Preschool is also making their way up the streets of Charlestown. We're presently in front of the Bank of Nevis. So persons who are in Charlestown, or if you're relatively close by, I would say if you're in the Jessups area, come on over to Charlestown and view for yourself what is happening here on the streets of Charlestown. This lovely parade, Child Month 40th anniversary parade happening right here. Also coming up the streets, we have Naomi's Daycare and Preschool located in Jessups Village, St. Thomas's Parish. Telephone number if you're interested, 469-0281.
And that's actually the preschool that I actually used to went.
All right, you used to went there?
Yeah, that's where I went. Yeah.
Oh, that's where you went. No, forgive me. keep forgetting that. This young man who is my co-host this morning, he's actually a sixth form student, so I just want to compliment him and tell him thank you for being brave and bold to coming out today to help me out in this live coverage of the Childhood 40th anniversary parade. We should be meeting up with yet another representative from the Ministry of Education, Mr. Kermani Webb. He should be a little further up on the streets of Charlestown. So we now break from this segment of the coverage, and we now will take you over to Kermani Webb.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Today at the parade, the theme is From Tiny Steps to Giant Strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. So behind of us, we have a lot of schools participating. I'm really excited to see the creativity that they have in store for us today. And we're at the Memorial Square, which is the second stop. And the first ever Grand Marshal was Miss Vanita Collins. She served 41 years for the child education in both St. Kitts and Nevis. And her favorite was the Child Month Parade for this month.
Yes, a pleasant good morning to all the viewers right here. Right here, we're in the metropolis of Charleston, right in Nevis, to witness the Child Month Parade. As my co-host said, it's the first ever Grand Parade. And the Grand Marshal is Mistress Vanisha Collins, and of course she's a proprietor and supervisor of the Vern and Lou Preschool, 41 years of service in early childhood, and of course everybody knows that's not an easy feat. Right now, as we take some action in from the parade, we're in the preschool section. I think the Ines France preschool has just passed us, and we also have the Mount Cross primary school. Yeah, give me a second as I get my papers right. And we also would have the Montessori Academy, Commonwealth Preschool, and the Naomi's Preschool. Yes, so we're inviting everybody to come on out to Charlestown. We're live and direct right here. We're in the Memorial Square by the Gingerland bus stop, locally known. And of course, I thought it would have been a small parade, but it turned out to be a massive, massive parade. It's almost like we're in Culturam already. So we're inviting everybody to come on out. Not time to view it online, of course. We wanted to view it online, of course, but still, we want everybody to come out and witness this grand occasion right here in Charlestown for the Child Month Parade, 40th Annual Child Month Parade. And of course, the theme is From Tiny Steps to Giant Strides, celebrating Child Month 40 with pride. So yes, we're taking some of the action right here. And we see the preschools coming up. We have the Charlestown Preschool, they're coming up. I don't know if they want to get some footage of that. So Charlestown Preschool is right here, passing us right here by the War Memorial Square. And then we have the V&J's Preschool. I think that's in second place. In a bit, we're going to have an interview with one of the teachers from the Combermere Preschool. So I'm invited her to come and say a few words to you. Come. Don't be camera shy. Yes, a pleasant good morning. Good morning. And how are you? And tell the people what's your name and who you are, where you're from. And of course, what school are you representing?
My name is Melissa Pemberton from the Combermere Preschool.
Okay, this is Melissa Pemberton from the Combermere Preschool. I see 40 written on your shirt. Are you a teacher for 40 years as well?
No, not for 40, but for 25.
25. Oh, that's a lot. I almost catch you up.
Yes, you do.
All right, so how is it going thus far? What do you feel? And of course, it's 40 years of celebrating Child Month, so tell me, what are your thoughts?
Okay, from tiny thoughts to giant steps, 40 years with pride. Over the 40 years, I said it had been from, as they said, from small step to giant step. And we've been growing, and we've been growing in not just the parade, holistically with a lot of other things.
Oh. Okay, so you say it's going and going. Of course, this is my first time at the Child Month Parade because I don't want to say the reason why, but I'm glad I'm here. And of course, I've never seen a parade so large in a long while.
It's the biggest I've seen so far. For the 40 years, this year it's been the biggest.
And of course, I see so many familiar faces in the parade. I didn't even know that they were parents.
Yes, they do, because some of the children that I've taught are already in the parade. Some are teachers. And over the 40 years, we bring out some of the theme. We bring out like the construction worker, occupation, the police, and other things.
All right, so that's Melissa Pemberton, a teacher at the Combermere Preschool. And of course, any last words for the viewing public?
Well, I would like to say to the general public, come on out and continue to celebrate with us our 40 years. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Melissa Pemberton, of course, a teacher at the Combermere Primary School. As we take back in action here at the parade, and of course, as I said before, it is very large. We started at 9 o'clock, so I see that we should end by 11 o'clock. But in the meantime and between time, we're going to take in some more of the parade and, of course, get back to you. So stick and stay. Don't go anywhere.
stop it. I want to go on the place.
Somebody
Cool
said
out.
yeah.
Somebody said, no. Culture. Say, ear. One more time, say, ear. Music. One time.
Talk to Miss Collins, introduce the school. Come now.
Supervisor Monicia Clark. From tiny steps to giant stride, celebrating 40 years with pride.
Turn to the lady and talk. And the government officials. Go ahead. Go ahead up there.
I am Avanya Nisbet from the Mark Cross Preparatory School. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Mark Cross Preschool.
Good morning, especially to the Marshal. I am Josette Myers, supervisor of the Maud Smith Preschool, the longest operating preschool in the Federation. So we have seen many tiny steps reach to giant strides. Thank you.
To the Grand Marshal. Steady.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cleo Elliott. I'm a teacher of the Montessori Academy. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride, I present to you my school.
Wahib. Hey, Charlie.
Good morning, everyone.
My name is Miss Marigold Wilkinson, supervisor of the Combermere Preschool, from tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating Child Month with strides. I now present to you the Combermere Preschool.
Go ahead. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Presenting our school, Naomi's Preschool. I'm a parent of that school. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years of Child Month.
Watcha? Hi, I'm Denny Warner, a teacher of the Charleston Preschool, and I present to you my school, from tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Judy Jones, better known as Teacher Judy in the classroom, and I'm representing the VNJS Preschool. We are celebrating 40 years of child service, from tiny steps to giant strides, 40 years with pride.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Tonisha Collins, and I am supervisor of the Vanello Preschool. From tiny steps to Giant Strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. I present you the Vernon Lou Preschool.
Thank you.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, the various schools participating in this year's 40th Early Childhood Month Parade. They are passing our third stop right here at the Old Best Buy, the Nevis Administration Building. And of course, they're they're introducing themselves. So we just had the Vernon Lou Preschool. Let me see the next school who is coming up if I can see. I think I'm tall enough to see who is coming. Let me look at my paper. According to my paper, it's supposed to be the St. John's Preschool, which is a public preschool. So we await the arrival of the St. John's Preschool. And of course, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, it is a massive parade. It is a massive parade. I'm telling you, it's the first time I've ever been to one of these parades, and it is a massive parade. I'm telling you, we have the Grand Marshal there, Miss Benicia Collins. Of course, she's the first Grand Marshal for this parade, celebrating 40 years. And I spoken to her earlier, not on live TV, but she's very excited, and of course, she's very excited and of course proud to be the Grand Marshal for this year's 40th anniversary, 40th Child Month Parade. And as I said before, she has been in early childhood for 41 long years, both in St. Kitts and Nevis. And trust me, that's no easy feat. So we are still inviting the general public to come on out, come on out. If you're home, sitting in the comfort of your home or your couch, time to get up and come out. And of course, witness this grand event. We are celebrating 40 years. And of course, we have some wonderful, excited kids who are happy to be here. And it's good to see the parents coming out in their numbers. Some children, they are accompanied by both parents. I see some grandparents in the midst as well. Grandparents, godparents, aunts, uncles, everybody is here. So please come on out. I see some familiar faces from our sister Isle St. Kitts as well, who are joining us right here in the heart of Charlestown to witness the 40th anniversary of the Child Month Parade. So we are still waiting for the St. John's, is this a St. John's Preschool, right? Yes, the St. John's Preschool to make their way up to the area where the Grand Marshal is situated, of course, to get the salute, and of course they will introduce themselves. So I now turn it back over to Ms. Tammy Reed, of course, for the St. John's Preschool to introduce themselves.
Stand up here, hold this. You're introducing, stand up here, turn to Miss Collins and talk.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm a proud grandparent of the St. John's Preschool. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. I present to you my school, the St. John's Preschool.
So the parade is going pretty smoothly. Everyone's looks so beautiful in their creative wear. We just had the St. John's Preschool. Up next is the Gingerland Preschool.
Yes, as we come back right here into Charlestown to witness the Child Month Parade, we have some visitors over from St. Kitts, as they said. So we want to say welcome, welcome. Of course, thanks for coming and joining us right here for the Nevis leg of the Child's Month Parade. Up next, we should be witnessing the Gingerland Preschool. It's a public preschool. And of course, they will introduce themselves. Of course, and I'm telling you, this parade has a long way to go. My first time being here, and it's huge, I'm telling you. So it's time to get up and you still can witness, of course. So come on out, come on out, come on out to the Charlestown to witness the 40th annual Child Month Parade as we go back over to the Gingerland Preschool for them to have a chance to introduce themselves.
Good morning, I am Nikisha Marshall, a teacher of the Gingerland Preschool. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. I present my school.
Yes, so that's the Gingerland Preschool, of course, introducing themselves. And of course, as their contingent passes, up next, we should be getting to the primary schools. And of course, we have the primary schools, we have the music truck. Will pass us, of course, it's gonna get a little loud. So up next, we should be witnessing the primary schools. Those are part of the early childhood or the Child's Month Parade as well. So we still have a little bit to go. Remember, we're culminating at the ET Willett Park. So we're just about a couple of meters away from there. But we still have some troops here. We have the Cicely Brown Integrated School. They are coming up as well. And they are looking lovely. They are looking lovely. But in the meantime, I have a long-standing retired teacher here with me. Yes, Teacher Roper, who is not stranger in the education circles in Nevis. So I want to say a pleasant good morning and welcome, welcome. How are you feeling this morning?
I'm great, thank you.
You're great, thank you. So, something like this, we're not accustomed to be seeing you on the side of the road. You're one who will be live and lively in the band celebrating as well. So how come what? You don't have the shoes for that today? Okay, wait, it's a little loud, it's a little loud. Okay, we will come back as we introduce the Cicely Brown Integrated School.
Hi, good morning. My name is Kristen Springett and I represent the Cicely Brown Integrated School. Our theme for this year's Child Month Parade is From Tiny Step to Great Stride. And I am a student of the Charlestown Preschool, now a principal of the Cicely Brown Integrated School.
Good morning. My name is Teacher Williams, and we are from the Joycelyn Liebert Primary School. Go ahead. Turn to Miss Collins. Pleasant good morning and congratulations, Mrs. Collins. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride, I am Miss Shoya Lawrence, proud to be representing the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School.
All right, welcome back. Yes, so we just had the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. Up next, we should be witnessing the Ivor Walters Primary School. And of course, they will get a chance, of course, to introduce themselves to you, the general public, or the viewing public. And they're looking lovely. So we're waiting for the representative from the Ivor Walters Primary School, of course, to give a shout out and, of course, introduce themselves.
Good morning, everybody. I am Zenobia Johnson, and this is the Ivor Walters Primary School. From tiny steps to from tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years.
Yes, so that's the Ivor Walters Private School introducing themselves. And of course, they are well represented. Wonderful kids. Giving a wave to you, the viewing public. So I know we can't see it, but it'll be good to wave back to them. Up next, we should witness the Mordcross Preparatory School. And with their banner, of course, Endure to Succeed. So we'll have a representative from the Mordcross Preparatory School and introducing themselves to you, the viewing public.
Only two, come over here a bit and you talk to the camera. Go ahead, only two. Hold it together. Let's go. Go ahead.
I am Kaidre Maynard, and I'm here to present the 40th anniversary of From Little Steps to Giant Strides.
You did good. Okay, go ahead.
All right, that was the Mordcross Preparatory School introducing themselves and Endure to Succeed. And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a long way to go. So we still have the Charlestown Primary School coming up, St. Thomas's Primary School, Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School, St. James Primary School. I think Nevis Academy is here as well, and the Montessori Academy. Wow. And we even have adults with a troop in the parade as well. So we still have a long way to go, but we're still almost there. So up next we have the Charlestown Primary School.
Good morning. Hi, Teacher Collins. I'm a proud teacher of the Charlestown Primary School, and here we have the grade 1 and kindergarten class.
I go talk again now? Hush. Okay, still hush. Okay, sorry.
Yes, so that was the Charlestown Primary School. Up next, as I said before, we are going to have the St. Thomas's Primary School. And of course, if you can hear, it's getting loud, it's getting loud. It's getting loud. So we have the St. Thomas's Primary School coming up.
Only two mics.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ethan Herbert, a student of the St. Thomas's Primary School, sailing from tiny steps to bigger strides. I present to you my school, the St. Thomas's Primary School.
For that. Go ahead.
Yes, so that's the St. Thomas's Primary School, looking lovely. Looking lovely, and they're giving a wave. So you want to say thanks to St. Thomas's Primary School. Up next, we should witness the VOJ Primary School, and they will be introducing themselves as well. So we wait for someone to come and take the microphone and, of course, introduce themselves to you, the viewing public.
Good morning. This is Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School, and congratulations to preschool on the 40th anniversary. Little steps, giant strides. So I'll now present Violet O. Jeffers Nichols Primary School.
Go ahead. Wait till the school come up. Come.
Good morning. I am Ayana Jones, teacher of the St. James Primary School from tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. I present my school, St. James Primary.
All right, so that was the St. James Primary School. Up next, we should be having the Nevis Academy. The Nevis Academy coming your way.
Good morning, everyone. I am Ijoma Eke, the teacher of the Nevis Academy. From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride, I present to you my school, Nevis Academy.
Go ahead.
Yes, so that was the Nevis Academy with their contingent for this year's annual Child Month Parade, celebrating 40 years. And I am here standing right by the Grand Marshal, who is Miss Vanisha Collins. And of course, she's been a teacher for 41 years in early childhood, both across in St. Kitts and in Nevis. And the general public, along with myself, want to hear, how are you feeling today?
I am feeling lovely, awesome, delighted. All of those words describe my feeling today. The only thing is that I miss my jam, but I'm feeling delightful to be here and be honored today. God bless.
All right, you heard from Miss Vanisha Collins. Of course, she's the Grand Marshal for this year's parade. Up next, we have some visitors. It looks like some visitors from St. Kitts, and of course, we want to say welcome, welcome. And of course, we're always happy to have our sister island, St. Kitts contingent coming over, and of course, join us right here in Charlestown for the Grand Parade.
Good morning, Nevis. I am Mackenzie Powell, representative of St. Kitts.
All right, that was our contingent from St. Kitts. And before we go back to the Grand Marshal, Miss Vanisha Collins, we have the Nevis International Secondary School. And they will be coming here with, of course, to introduce themselves to you, the viewing public. Yeah, so we're waiting for the St. Kitts contingent to move up. But in the meantime, in between time, we're back with Miss Vanisha Collins. And of course, you said you miss your jam. Because a part of your profile said that you have a great love for Child Month, and of course, especially the parade. I wonder why.
The parade is just my thing. I get to see all my preschoolers, and I get to see all of those who really passed through Vernon New. Like I saw a lot of them today. I'm going to get close to them later, though. But God is good. I really feel honored today. And I like the saying, give me my flowers while I'm living.
Yes, I second that. Give your flowers while you're living. And I want to say congratulations to you. Of course, and of course, keep going on, because 41 years, of course, I would like to be around when you reach 50, 75, of course, because you still look young. You still have about 41 more years in you.
Children and Child Month Parade.
Yes.
That give me a good jam. I have the energy.
All right. So that's the Grand Marshal, Miss Vanisha Collins, of course, and she's very elated, excited, as you go back to the Nevis International Secondary School, as they will introduce themselves.
From tiny steps to giant strides, celebrating 40 years with pride. We are proud to represent Nevis International Secondary School.
All right, so that's the end of the parade, and with the Nevis International Secondary School. So, as I said before, we'll be culminating at the ET Willett Park, where we'll have the, yes, ET Willett Park. That's where we'll be ending in just a bit. Of course, where all the schools will culminate together, and of course, we'll have one grand celebration. Yes, so we're right here in the heart of Charlestown, and you've just witnessed the 40th annual Child Month Parade. Of course, we want to say thanks for joining us, the viewing public. But before we go, we have a special guest, the Junior Minister of Education, who of course will come and of course say a few words to you, the viewing public. So let me call him. I know he's not shy. So he's gonna come. So he's gonna come to me and say a few words. I know he's not shy. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Junior Minister in the Ministry of Education in the Nevis Island Administration right here in our presence here. So we want to say good morning, and of course, how are you feeling today? We have the Child Month Parade almost just concluded, so tell us what are your thoughts?
Ketri, good morning, and thank you. And it's been a wonderful morning. This has been a different type of parade. They made some changes this year, and I must say that I love the changes. It's 40 years, and this parade has really grown, and I'm happy to see how so many people have come out to support our early childhood learners. I have my last son here. I think he kind of halfway in the early childhood learners still, and today is his birthday, so I want to say happy birthday to him. Happy birthday, Aiden. You want to say something on the mic?
Hello?
Man, talk harder than that.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes, and I want to say the same sentiment as a happy birthday to you, youngster. And of course, 40 years, Mr. Lambert, that's almost older than you and I.
Yeah, man, you don't got to let everybody know, but yeah, it's been growing, and it's a good thing when we can really look out for the young people and show them that they're important to us, because the young people are the future. 40 years ago, you and I were there, and now it's another generation that's coming, and so we have to show them how we take care of our young, so that when they are older, they will do the same thing too.
And I must say, it's my first time at this parade. I don't want to say the reason why that I wasn't present before, but it's my first time at the parade, and of course it's large. I didn't expect it to be so large, so it's great to see the parents. I see some students, children, they are joined by both parents. Grandparents, godparents, aunts, uncles, and I like to see the support that they have been getting thus far today.
I've been to the parade a lot of times, but because of how it used to be done before, we would be up the road and then we'd go into the park. So you never really got to see the breadth of the parade. But today, the good folks at Education, I want to say kudos to them for this. They came up with this nice idea of, letting us stay here and watching the parade pass. So now we're getting to see what the whole breadth of the parade is. And it's a huge parade. Coming through town, everybody comes out of the office and so on. And there are lots of persons who also made their way into town just to watch the parade. And that's a wonderful thing. The show of support is really great.
Yes, and I share the same sentiments, of course. So it's 40 years of the Early Childhood Month Parade, and of course, I want to say congratulations, of course, to your ministry and, of course, the Education Department for putting on such a grand parade. I've had fun, of course, and I know you had fun. Definitely. And, of course, nobody had more fun than the Grand Marshal, Mrs. Venetia Collins. Of course, she had fun, but she said she's missing the fun part, which is joining in the parade. You know what I mean? She said she wanted to do a little dancing and what's not. So I want to say congratulations to her as well, and, of course, congratulations to your ministry and, of course, your department for putting on such a wonderful parade. And, of course, enjoy the rest of your day. And, of course, you youngster, happy birthday to you once again, okay? All right. So thank you very much. So that was the Junior Minister of Education right here in Nevis, in the Nevis Island Administration. So as I said before, we're at the end of the parade. That's the street activities. So we'll now head on up to the ET Willett Park, where everyone will assemble and, of course, have a grand time. So I'm going to sign off right now, and, of course, we'll catch up with you back up in the ET Willett Park. Yes, pleasant good morning, and we're live once again. This time we're in the ET Willett Park. As you can see, we have the culmination of this year's Grand Parade, 40th Parade. And I'm here with Miss Flores Moving Smithon. Did I get it right? Yes, she has been the early child coordinator in the Ministry of Education for some umpteen years. So of course, she would have been the center of organizing this parade over the years. So give us a little insight and some history about the parade, of course.
Hi, I am Miss Florence Moving Smithon, Education Officer with responsibility for early childhood since 2002. So I worked with this Child Month for over 20 years. And I've seen it move from tiny steps to giant strides. We have been fortunate for this year as we celebrate our 40th anniversary. We look at celebrating our children, celebrating our accomplishment, as well as reflecting on the past and all that we have achieved over the years. In Child Month, we advocate for children. We talk about all our accomplishments. And as you would have realized, we are celebrating 40 years. That means we would have started in 1987. And our first coordinator, national coordinator, would have been Miss Leona James. She would have taken up the mantle since 1987 until her retirement in 1990. Then Mrs. Vanta Walters would have taken up that mantle until 2010. She would have done 20 years. So I've worked a lot with Miss Vanta Walters. And during that time, we have accomplished much. We started from what we had, crutches. We also had persons babysitting. And we have moved away from all of that, from babysitting to a more structured curriculum in early childhood. The high school curriculum, which focuses on active play and learning that are child-friendly and child-centered. And during that time, over the years, we have developed minimum standards that guide early childhood and the Child Month over the years. We have also developed our policies over the years. We have also developed checklists for our preschools. We have also done a number of training for our teachers. So now our teachers, we have renamed the whole structure. We now have nurseries, we have home-based nurseries, we have center-based nurseries. Before they used to call our home-based nursery, I'm going to the babysitter. But now we have told them we have their caregivers. That is the name that we have renamed them from babysitters to caregivers. So now we have caregivers and we have 13 centers that now take care of children within the home base. Then we have our center base, we have 6 of them, and we have 1 daycare, that's Naomi's daycare. We also have 10 preschools, 2 of them within the primary school, that's Montessori, and the other one would have been the Nevis Academy. But we are doing very well. All of our teachers are trained, and we make sure that our early childhood caregivers are also trained to our workshops that we do with them. So we have really come a long way in terms of our strides. We also go into the homes and the Reach Indian Reach program, where we also train persons within the home, for 14 weeks, and then they acquire a certificate that says that they are trained in early childhood, home-based structure. So we have come a long way. We have a lot to celebrate, and we are still working to think. We are envied in the Caribbean, envied in the world, actually. Our high school program has really marked a lot in terms of our development of our children. As you see, as they're going to kindergarten, they continue to progress. And that is why we look at them from birth right up to age 8 into the kindergarten class, because we want to make sure that we have that continuity in learning and development. So we have really had a wonder. And so I'm honored to be here at Child Month 40 and to give my contribution in whatever way I can, because I love children, and early childhood has been my life and continues to be my life, So thank you very much.
Wow, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. And of course, we have seen the progress, as I say, over the years. And of course, we wish, of course, the early childhood department great strides. As we reminded of the theme. What's the theme again? I kind of forgot.
Tiny tots.
From tiny steps.
Tiny steps to giant strides.
Yes, from tiny steps to giant strides. And of course, and I hope, of course, the early childhood department goes from strength to strength. And of course, maybe next year we're going to see a grander parade, if that's the word.
Yes, I think this year we have introduced the Grand Marshal in the parade. That really made a special touch. I really like that. And I really like the fact that all of the schools would have come out and contributed to the event. So, and also the whole department of the education department helping and making sure that things have done smoothly. Right now, the present coordinator is Mrs. Danny Lance, working with Ms. Penta Williams. They would be the ones who would have now taken over the task and is working hard to ensure that early childhood continues to progress and do a wonderful job. Yes.
Yeah, I do want to say congratulations, of course, and of course, thanks for joining us. And of course, any last word for the viewing public?
Yes, I want to continue to celebrate children and parents and their families. I ask parents to continue to take care of your children, work collaboratively with the schools, various nurseries, preschools, kindergarten class to ensure that our children continue to develop and function and become productive citizens for St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you.
All right, we want to say thanks to Mrs. Movin Smitten, of course, for joining us right there, of giving an insight of the early childhood, how it grew from strength to strength over the years. And of course, we want to say thanks and congratulations to all of you for putting on such a wonderful parade today. And of course, we still have some more activities for the month, right?
Yes, there are many other activities which they will get involved in. I know that they are going to have a talent show. I know that they are going to have a sports, and they're also going to be visiting schools. The minister is supposed to visit schools and interact with the children. And so I know that they have a whole pack activities for this year. All right.
Okay, all right, so we are not done yet. We are not done yet. We still have more activities to go. So of course, stay tuned, of course. And of course, look out for the other activities for the whole month of June. Am I correct?
Yes, for the whole month of June.
Yeah, so for the whole month of June, we're going to be having some activities as we're celebrating early childhood right here in Nevis. So I want to say thank you for thank you to the general public, of course, for joining us online. And we are still here. We are going to pull some more individuals, of course, to have an interview with. So until we do that, we're going to take a little short break and we'll come back.
Okay, I'll allow her to introduce herself.
Hi, good day. My name is Lisa Romaine Pistana, and I'm the Permanent Secretary within the Ministry of Education on St. Kitts.
How are you enjoying the parade so far?
Oh, it has been awesome. A real delight to see all of the families, the children out, the proprietors, the teachers, making sure that we actually showcase the best of early childhood. And so it has been a real pleasure for us to join the Nevis Parade. As I said, I'm from St. Kitts. And so a contingent of us came down today. We had persons from the early childhood unit led by Kimona Brown, the director. She had her RTs with her, resource teachers. We also had our chief education officer who was a part of the parade, and then quite a few of our centers, their proprietors and parents. So this is an annual thing for us. We like to come across the waters to join with Nevis because it's a partnership, just to showcase what we do because we work in tandem and in partnership with each other. So it's been a real pleasure.
Are you excited for St. Kitts one as well?
Yes, we are. We're on Friday the 27th of June. And so we're inviting each and every one of you to come over to St. Kitts and join us. We start at 9 o'clock promptly, and we start from up on the Greenlands pasture. That is the annual route. We take it all the way down to Keon Street, and then we make the right on Church Street and come down in front of government quarters. Then we come up on 4th Street and then back onto Keon Street, and then down to West Independence Square Street where we end in the square. So we have over 87 centers, including public and private. So it's going to be a huge parade, but we always have room for our Nivision brothers and sisters. So we're inviting all of you to come over and join us for that parade.
Thank you so much for your input. I hope you enjoy the rest of this day.
Thank you.
And make sure we're going to be there at St. Kitts on the 27th of June.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
We are back and we're here with Miss Janella Claxton, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education right here in Nevis, in the Nevis Island Administration. And of course, she's here to give us insights, of course, on the 40th Annual Child Month Parade. So, Miss Claxton, welcome and give us an insight. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think that the parade today was a very successful one. We had a huge turnout, and we know that we are all decked in our ruby red. Ruby red is the 40th anniversary color. And so we had representation from the tiny steps. We had the babies, we had nurseries and daycares, we had preschools, we had primary schools, and of course we had the adults, and we had a secondary school as well in the parade, and then we had our adults. So we were just showing the transition and the fact that yes, we start off with our small steps, our tiny steps as babies, but eventually we get to a place making big strides. And it's also representative of the education sector and the service given over the years to early childhood, where they started off with more of an informal childcare, babysitting type setting, and now we're looking at early childhood stimulation, ensuring that we, first of all, acknowledge that the children start learning from the time they enter this earth, and also giving them those stimulating activities throughout the process. So we are so happy. We still have some big activities coming up, and we're so excited for those big activities. So next week it's Star Search time, Mr. Webb. We're going to find our stars among the stars. The little ones will get their singing, they're competing in the areas of singing, dancing, and poetry. And we also have coming up the kids athletics, which I would call the interpre of the child month. And so we'll have all of the preschools competing in various activities which have been done at their school during the year. You would have seen some of them during their sports last term. And as I said, it's going to be an exciting time. It will continue to be an exciting time, and we look forward to it. And we are so proud of all of our colleagues, the supervisors and caregivers and the department and ministry staff who have been working over the years, both past and present, to make this day possible. It's a day of celebration, and I think I can feel that festive atmosphere. We had our Grand Marshal in the person of Mrs. Collins, and she too has contributed significantly to early childhood development and to the parade itself.
All right, and I want to share the sentiments with you that it was a large parade, as I was surprised to see, because when I heard about early childhood, I'm thinking just the nurseries, the preschools, but I was surprised to see basically all the primary schools join us and the high schools as well. Wow, who brought about that change?
All right, so it was in alignment with the theme. The theme spoke to small steps to big strides. So we wanted to show that transition and the continuity of the education system as well. So I want to commend the team for that, for reflecting the theme in the parade this year as well. And I think it is a good model for going forward.
Okay, so that's Miss Janella Clarkson, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. Of course, I want to say thanks for joining us, and of course, congratulations to you and your team of the Ministry of Education, of course, by extension, the Education Department. And we're looking forward to all the other activities slated for this month, because we're celebrating all month long. And of course, after this month it is over, of course, we look forward to the celebrations next year, which will be the 41st annual Child Month Parade. So we want to say thanks, and of course, congratulations once again, and keep moving from tiny steps to giant strides.
Thank you very much.
Yes, all right, so that's Miss Janella Clarkson. She's the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education. So we're still here at the ET Willett Park. We have some activities going on, so you can take in some. We have some beanbag toss. I see some cricket. I see some football. And the children, they're just having fun. We have the bouncing castle. And of course, we see the fire and rescue services. They are here as well, of course, so the children can take a look. And of course, who knows? They might follow their career path, and who knows, we might have some fire officers among us. So we want to say to you, the viewing public, thanks for joining us. And of course, stick and stay tuned for all the activities that they have planned for this month. And of course, thanks for having us. So I'm Kamani Webb signing off, and of course, we look forward to next year. So see you soon.